Good evening, Fernwood. It is your empty-headed empath Neil, and it's time for us to expand our empires with another episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Today we are watching episode 230 from February 18th, 1977. Let us take a look at yesterday's episode. It started with Heather and Philip and Tom and Mary running into each other before dinner. Mary is happy to have made shepherd's pie, which has everyone's favorite ingredients in it, though she also thinks that it's time for Tom to talk to Philip about how he's staying over. They get a visit from a man from the military school who has been tasked with bringing Philip back. Heather protests, but everyone admits there's nothing to be done. Mary packs some shepherd's pie for Philip, and Philip and Heather say their goodbyes. The man takes Philip away, and Heather breaks down in tears. Next door at the Shumways, Martha is practicing her CPR on an impromptu dummy made out of a watermelon and a pineapple. Martha finds a note from Mary reminding them that she is not coming over because of the fight she had with Cathy. And this escalates into a fight between Martha and George, who go around breaking each other's things. And the stakes get higher and higher until Grandpa Larkin comes in and sends Martha and George to their room. Someone else who should have been sent to his room is Merle Jeter, who comes to visit Mary because he feels like he's lost his mojo. He dismisses his own thought, which makes Mary think that she should invite him in to try to help. And what Merle seems to be looking for is some kind of token from Mary, which at first she believes is strange, but she does end up giving him a slip. And by that I mean an item of lingerie. And then finally, the Romani family are entertaining Patty out in the woods. Cookie says that she's going to take her leave of the whole mess and leave Patty to her own devices, and Pat wonders how she will fare on her own. The police walk into the camp and find Cookie, but Patty puts on a Roma accent and is able to evade detection. To everyone's surprise, Cookie does not give Patty up and lets the police take her away, and the Romani family consider taking Patty along with them as a new member. Pat considers having a mother she never had before. And everyone, this is a Friday, and we've had a lot of big emotions this week, so I expect today will be interesting at least. Let's find out.
Mary Hartman! Mary Hartman!
Yeah, come in.
Hi.
Hi. I found this great article on vigilante groups. I really wish I could get next to this story.
Forget the scoops. Think about me. I'm living in a war zone. My mother and father, they're fighting all the time. And Mary, my sister, she's not talking to me anymore because she thinks I corrupted Heather's morals. Oh, I can't stand it.
Cathy, you could talk to me about it. I'm very experienced at dealing with people in crises. And, maybe I can help you.
Well, maybe there's something you can do.
Well, name it.
Is this it? I mean, just this? Just, this one room? And a bathroom?
Gee, I think so.
Well, it's not very luxurious.
Oh, Cathy, see, investigative reporters, they shouldn't live in luxury because that prevents them from getting close to the people.
Well, don't worry. Don't worry. All this needs is a woman's touch.
What do you mean?
Howie, do you like me?
Oh, Cathy, I think you're fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Do you think that we might, have a future together?
Oh, you mean a future? Like what happens after today?
Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was going to call you tomorrow.
Well, maybe I could save you the trouble.
How?
Well, what if I, stayed?
You mean here until tomorrow?
Howie, I want to live with you.
You mean like move in with me, live with me? Oh. Wow. Yeah, this is fantastic. You're not putting me on, are you?
Oh, well, would I be putting you on if I brought my suitcase?
Your suitcase?
Wait 1 minute, Howie. There's one condition.
Great.
Well, I want this to be a romance.
Romance? Only?
Well, yeah.
I mean, you want to live together without living together?
For starters. Just for starters. See, I think we should get to know each other. I think that, we should have a relationship like other people do. And anyway, you did promise me that you'd court me.
Oh, court you, right.
And I want this to be a long courtship. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do, but...
Well?
All right, it's a deal.
Thank you, Howie. I really appreciate this.
It's great. Well, your suitcase. You can unpack your suitcase, and you can put your things in the closet, and I'll just take my things, and I'll put them on the chair, or I can put them on the floor, and... I think this is going to work out fine.
Well, Howie, there's one other small condition.
What?
Well, it's not going to be the two of us.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean it's going to be the two of us and your baby? It's great. Great. Great.
Something wrong?
Oh, you scared me. No, everything's just fine, Lila.
Is it the mayor?
Tell you what, Lila, how about if we don't talk about it, okay?
Can we talk about something else?
Oh, sure.
Oh, good. Okay. Guess what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking?
Oh, no, you have to guess.
Oh, come on, silly.
Well, okay, I'll give you a clue. You look into my eyes.
Okay.
Now, do you see how I'm looking at you?
Yeah. You don't like my hair?
No, I love your hair. I mean, your hair is just perfect. It's something else.
You need glasses?
I tell you what. Now, this is really going to test your ESP. Okay. Now, I'll turn around, and then I'll say what I'm thinking, and you try to get it. Okay. Now. Okay, you ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
ready.
Well?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, well, I guess I'll tell you. But you have to promise not to laugh because it's serious. I said, I love you.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Oh, Lila. You really are a very darling little person. And I love you, too.
Oh, you really mean that, don't you?
Oh, sure.
I think you're a very honest person, and I don't think you'd say something you don't mean.
Oh, of course I wouldn't. Look, we're a great, big, happy family, and families always love each other.
Oh, isn't it nice when we're alone together like this? I mean, don't you feel how nice it is?
Wanda?
If it only weren't for the mayor.
Well, I'm afraid the mayor is a fact of life, Lila.
Yeah, but if he weren't around, it would just be you and me.
Man, you got to be kidding. 8-pound trout.
You betcha. I've been going up there about 3 years now, you know. Just me and my rod and reel, my trusty six-pack.
I bet that necklace comes in handy in the wilderness, don't it?
This here?
Yeah.
You know why I wear this beer opener, don't you?
I do. I know why. Because it matches your belt. Oh, shoot.
No, because Paul Newman wore one of these in that movie where he shot all them cows. He's my idol.
Oh man, that is such a great picture. I love that picture. You know, he's so real in that picture. I felt like I was up there on the screen drinking beer with him. You know.
I did too.
I love that picture myself. I think it's fabulous. You know, I just especially thought it was cute where he and Robert Redford kept knocking them banks off and everything.
Honey, that's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, honey.
You know, I know all them people. I mean, I'm telling you right now, that's where I grew up. That's my hometown. Them folks is mine. I mean, they were real people.
Yeah, I love that. You know who was good? That Melvin Douglas. He was terrific in that picture.
Yeah, he was. You know, that's God's country up there too.
That's my idea of heaven.
Jackie Gleason, right? It's the one where they's playing pool all the time. I love
No, honey,
that
that's
movie.
that's the Hustler with Jackie Gleason.
You know, they got some real nice country right around here. I mean, just right around where we're at, out around here, there are some of the best backpacking and fishing you've ever seen.
Hey, Mac, you know something? You and me, we got to get us together. So little spare time here for recreation. That's what we got.
That's right. You betcha.
Was that the one that Paul Newman was in where the big building was burning up and the people thought they
Sweetheart,
was
no,
all
that's
burned?
earthquake. That's earthquake. You know, with the sound and all. Hey, do you know something? There's a campground. What is the name of that campground? It's,
HUD.
that's right, HUD. That's right.
Yeah,
Greenbush
I get it.
Greenbush Campground. That's what it is. Greenbush Campground. It's down along the river. Don't you know that? Man, we got to get ourselves some time for recreation. That's what we got to do.
Yeah, I'm going to be having a whole lot more time, you know, to catch up on all those movies I missed now that I've kind of just, you know, put my quest for superstardom just a little bit on the back burner, you know.
You know what we could do? We could take a trip in my camper.
I'm sure that Charlie told you about, you know, we're just telling the world to have to wait because right now I'm going to give all my time and attention to my big old baby boy.
You got a camper?
You betcha I do. I got me a Packing Eddie. 4-wheel drive. That baby will go anywhere. I mean, anywhere. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take your baby boy up there, and I'm going to show him some of the best fishing and backpacking country you have ever seen.
No kidding, man. You're on. You are on, man. Let's do it. We got to do it, man.
All right. First weekend, we get a break in the weather. We'll get our stuff together, and we're going to do it.
Yeah.
right.
I tell you what else. You know what? I'm going to do the cooking.
You got yourself a deal.
I'm a good cook.
All right.
Hi, everybody. Oh, I got a great song that I just know everybody's going to love. I sure hope so. It's kind of a tender, lovesick ballad that I wrote myself, and with the help here of my friends, Mr. Eddie Bummons and Chester Paul here, well, I'm going to sing it for you tonight, and the title of it is the Do You Love Me questionnaire. Dearest darling, please don't tear this letter up, but hear me out. Even though I know we decided not to talk again, I was wrong and I'm sorry with all my heart. And I've been miserable ever since we've been apart. Well, darling, I know that your pride is just as big as the all outdoors, 'cause you won't return my calls upon the phone. So I've made it easy, just fill in the blanks, check mark the squares. Just send your answers in the Do You Love Me questionnaire. Number 1, I'm feeling lovely, lousy, or lonely. Number 2, I need no one, another, or you. Our love is over, to be continued, or undecided. About what happened, I regret it, or just forget it. Yes, darling, I know I hurt you and I apologize. And, well, I'll just cry if you check hatred instead of love. But I just
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, what?
You know, where we're gonna go is really rugged. You're gonna need you some heavy-duty boots. You got any?
Oh, man, I got that all taken care of. I got me a pair of Jaggerini jumpers.
But, well, here's hoping you check the squares I got in mind. Because without you, life is tacky, ain't worth living. And in my mailbox, this questionnaire I hope to find. And here's what I wanted to say.
Hello.
Mary,
Yeah.
it's Merle.
What? What's the matter?
I'm in trouble over here.
What? What's the matter?
I don't know what's wrong, but I feel terrible.
Are you drunk?
No, I just feel terrible. I can't breathe.
Merle? Oh my God, it was open all the time. Merle? Merle? Merle. Okay, Merle. Okay, Merle. Merle, now wake up, Merle. Merle, I want you to wake up, Merle. Merle. Nothing's working. Nothing seems to work. I mean, I have seen that in movies all the time, and that always does something to me. Always does something. Merle!
Mary.
Oh, Merle. Oh, Merle. What happened to you? What happened to you? Did you fall down? Did you bump your head?
I don't know. I've been under terrific strain lately. I'm worried. Wanda. Worried about Wanda.
Well, what happened, Merle? I mean, what?
Couldn't sleep.
Pills?
I took the pills.
You took these pills?
Yeah.
You took these pills? What are these pills? What are they? What? You took these? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Merle, did you take a lot of those pills?
Okay.
Did you? It's okay? It's okay? Let me think. Ma's coming over here soon. I called her Ma, and she's in the hospital business now, so she'll be here. Now, wait a minute. I read somewhere. No, I saw it on the program. It was like on some program. Just hold on a minute. It was some program like the tonight, I don't know. Some program to keep walking you. It's to keep walking. Oh, thank God for the media. Now, just Merle, put an arm around me.
Pills.
Put it on. What about the pills?
Stomach pills.
Merle, you took stomach pills?
Yeah.
Isn't that unusual to take? Merle, isn't it unusual to take stomach pills if you're gonna kill yourself? No. Put your arm around me. Just put your arm around me. No, put your arm. Get up.
Oh.
Come on, just put your arm around me. Come on. Just keep walking. You took stomach pills to try to kill yourself? Let me ask you a question. Now, is it easier with stomach pills? I'm sorry. Just keep walking. It's just all I can tell you is it is a good thing that you called me. Merle, why did you call me? Oh, that must be mine now. Just a minute, I'll be right there. Okay, Merle. I'm coming. Now, come on, Merle, you have to stay with me. You have to keep... Ma, I'll be right there. She can be so annoying in an emergency. Put your arm around me. Come on. Put your arm. Merle, now put your arm. Now, let me ask you one question here. Give me a yes or a no. Do you think you can sprint it? Okay, no. Maybe we could just try to make a little run for the door, okay? Come on, make a little run. That's it. You doing very, very well. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. That's very good. I'm sorry for laughing, but this strikes me very funny. I don't know why I always find it so funny when someone like your height can't handle themselves too easily. It's just I'm sorry, Merle. I really am sorry. Now you just stay right
Thanks a lot, Mary.
You stay right there. You stay.
What took you so long? Oh, I figured I'd better put on my uniform because this sounded like a hospital-type situation.
So that's what took you so long?
Yeah, but I gave my zipper, see?
What happened?
I had to get your daddy up to
Where?
unjam me.
What is it?
Right there, and he was yelling and screaming
What
and
did he-
acting like a crazy man.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, for God. Oh, what's the matter with him?
Merle took an overdose
Oh,
of
my...
stomach pills. Now listen to me. Close the door. Are you
Am
on
I
time?
on the door
Okay,
now?
now listen to me.
Why?
You mustn't tell anybody because he is the mayor. Now help me with him. We have got to keep him tough. You are the mayor, Merle.
Yes.
You are the mayor.
Pills.
The
Yeah,
pills.
put your arm around
Put your arm
me,
around.
Merle.
Put your arm
Put your
around.
arm- put your
We're
arm
gonna help
around
you.
me right
Put
there.
your arm.
That's
Come
it.
on. Come on.
What a wonderful opportunity to use my life-saving techniques. Now, where shall I start?
Ma, could I take a break?
Now, just walk. Just walk, don't talk, don't think.
Okay. Ma, can I sit down like for 5 minutes?
No, we have to keep this man awake,
awake.
especially if he's lonely.
Okay. Lonely. Okay.
Are y'all...
No, Mother Shumway.
Don't talk,
No.
dear, don't.
Lonely? Merle, it's like a party.
Just lean on me, Merle.
Let me get the door.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to get
Just
the door.
lean on me.
Oh, Cathy. Oh, Cathy. What are you doing here? I can't believe you're here.
Look, I stopped by the house and posited there was an emergency over here. And even though you're here, I'll stay and try and help.
Okay, Cathy, now, what this goes to show is that you and I are not petty people. Now, we happen to meet in the middle of... Cathy, the man is dying, and I think we'll have to chat later. Please, I didn't mean to be rude to you at all, Howie. Come right in. I'm sure there's a lot of food in the refrigerator, too. You go help yourselves,
Thank you, Mrs.
okay?
Hartman.
You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. Oh, Ma.
Mary!
Oh, Ma.
What's going on?
Well, it's Ma again. Look at her. Oh, Tom, thank God you're here. I mean, you have got to help me try and save Merle's life. We just have to keep him awake. We have to keep him awake. That's the whole thing.
We have to keep him awake.
Now, come on.
Yeah, get him awake.
Now,
Yeah.
keep him awake. Now, everybody, sing.
Okay.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily,
You sing too, Merle. Sing too.
Life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life's but a dream.
Now sing.
Row, row, row gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life's but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life's but a dream.
Now sing.
Row, row, row gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life's but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life's but a dream.
Now sing.
Row, row, row gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life's but a dream.
What the hell? So we start with Cathy making terms on her new life direction, which is to ask Howie to move in. And this seems a bit of a switch from the last time we saw Howie and Cathy together, because Howie was so handsy and Cathy was trying to define a courtly relationship. Howie said okay, and we haven't really seen them since then. But now she wants to move in, and not only move in, but she's trying to sneak all of these little bits into the deal. She wants to keep it romantic instead of, I guess, sexual, which is not spoken, but that's the implication there. She wants to live with the baby in Howie's house. That's another surprise. And I'm surprised that Howie will just let all of this stuff happen. But as we have established this week, people just do things in this show and tell you about that later. And then it's time for Wanda and Lila together, and Wanda is a bit distant to Lila compared to the way that she portrayed the love between Lila and her was that they were on the same page, and for a moment it really doesn't feel like they are. Like Lila is sending with all of her heart the love in Wanda's direction, although facing the opposite way, but you know what I mean. Wanda is completely clueless about it. Maybe it is the pressure that she's been getting from Merle about cleaving to their marriage, but I'm not sure. Possibly, I'll take it that way. And then we see a bit which seems suspicious, with Lila thinking, well, if Merle weren't in the way, then they could just love each other. And again, because I'm unclear if Wanda's distance in this scene has to do with Merle or if it's just Wanda being Wanda, I don't know that that's necessarily going to help things. But that does lead to some suspicion, which we will address a couple of scenes from now. And then we see the new direction for Charlie and Loretta's and Mac's relationship, which is to say that Charlie and Mac are completely oblivious to Loretta's emotional yearning. All Loretta wants is some time with Charlie. Charlie is completely oblivious to this, as characters often are. He's so excited to have a guy friend who meets him on his level that seems to have taken precedence from the woman that he'd been waiting for in the hospital for, several weeks. And they have a run of Paul Newman movies that they try to figure out, and I only bring that up because just earlier this year I was reading the Tevis novels, The Hustler and The Color of Money, which were both made into movies, one of which was mentioned here, the other of which had not been made. But the books, Tevis was the author who wrote things like The Man Who Fell to Earth, and he wrote the novel that is the basis for The Queen's Gambit, which is a very popular Netflix series. I just got excited to read. I'd read The Man Who Fell to Earth, but I hadn't read most of Tevis's other novels, and since The Queen's Gambit came out, I went and read some of his earlier books like The Hustler and The Color of Money, because I was curious to see, because it seemed like The Hustler and The Color of Money kind of lead to The Queen's Gambit. And I haven't read The Queen's Gambit yet, but I do have a copy. Anyway, Loretta gets on stage and sings a new song, the Lovesick Questionnaire. I think that was the title. We'll see if I'm wrong. I'll correct it. It just completely flies over the heads of Charlie and Mac. It completely flies over their heads. We can see that Loretta is lonely and heartsick. Speaking of sick, we get a call from Merle to Mary in the middle of the night. And our commercial break happens there. And then we get Mary coming over to the Jeter residence and looking at a passed out Merle who took stomach pills, and she takes it as he has tried to commit suicide. We've seen a couple of suicide attempts in this show. I don't believe this is one of them, considering that Merle isn't able to complete his sentence. It seems like someone has tampered with his pills. That's at least how I'm reading this, because it really seems clear that Merle is trying to get across that he didn't try to overdose. But that house gets chaotic with Shumway's and Hartman's, and then Wanda and Lila come in, and they are singing Row, Row, Row Your Boat to keep Merle awake, to make sure he doesn't die. So I suppose, everyone, to stay in touch and make sure that Merle doesn't die, we will have to tune in next week. So everyone, that was our Friday episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Thank you so much for watching with me. Thank you so much for leaving your impressions, thoughts, and feelings down in the comments. Thank you for expanding the empire of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. We will see you next week in Fernwood.